Hey Copper Nerds, PCGS made a post on Facebook today that's kind of a neat little blooper. Let's look at it. First and foremost, the date. This is a 1793 Liberty Cap, not a 1973. Next, the grade. A straight grade Poor-1. This thing is rough. It has been tooled and scratched and scuffed or something. Looks like it was buried. This is not a straight grade Poor-1 in my opinion. What should a straight grade Poor-1 look like? Well, to PCGS's credit, I think they did a fair job of grading my Sheldon 65. Let's look at that. But otherwise kind of embarrassing. PCGS did pull down the photo of the slab with the incorrect date designation. But again, this coin had no business whatsoever being in a straight graded holder. So it's the next day and I'm in editing. I feel like I'm gonna take a lot of heat if I don't provide some disclaimers. Am I being too hard on PCGS? Yes, but only as to this particular example. It is not properly graded. The fact that they had the wrong date on the holder is just funny. I don't care about that. But it's not properly graded any more than this is not a Poor-1. It is a Details coin. This is a lovely coin, not a Poor-1. See that rim bump? It's a Details coin. That's a Poor-1. That's what you're going for. You want a nice surfaced example of a very circulated Poor-1 coin. A Fair 2 can also get a straight grade, but if a Poor or Fair needs a Details designation, it's going to be called a Poor Fair Details. Just like if a good 4 or a good 6 needs a Details designation, it's going to be called a Good Details by PCGS. Not a Good 4 Details, only NICST does that. So the reality here is that they missed the mark. It's the wrong holder for that coin. Those scratches, that corrosion, environmental damage, that tooling, all of that needs to be listed on the slab for it to get its Details designation. Now, I love PCGS for a lot of things. This is a beautiful example of a PCGS slab coin with a CAC sticker. This one's really well done as well. I love this thing. AU55 with some nice toning. Thanks to PCGS for getting this one all slabbed up and properly graded. Same with this one, but when you miss the mark, you miss the mark, and that's all I'm saying. Okay, let's wrap this one up a little bit. What have we learned? First and foremost, we've learned that occasionally you get a typo on a label. Who cares? It's funny. Certainly, I would like to have those type of fun little error slabs, in my collection. If it was a coin that I liked that had the wrong date, I'd be optimistic to add such a thing to my little collection and show it off. Like, hey, check out this one with a couple 100 years off on the date. It's funny. It's not a big deal. But there is a problem. There's an integrity issue with grading that particular coin as a straight graded Poor-1, which, as they note in their own description, is seldomly given because it is rare. It is coveted. Poor-1s are nice examples of circulated coins. So again, just stuff on my desktop. These are both Details coins, but let's just assume that this is a Poor-1 that was a straight grade. It's not, it's got a rim bump. And let's say this one is a Fair 2 that was a straight grade, and it's a little higher grade than that, but it's also not gonna straight grade it. It's got some environmental damage and corrosion. With the PCGS system, the lowest Details block that you're going to be eligible to see a coin put into is Poor Fair Details. It is not, Poor Fair is not between a 1 and a 2. It is below them both, right? If this is our Poor Fair Details example, this is a pickle scent, it falls below both of these. Just like, again, you're going to see an AG straight grade or an AG Details, you're going to see a good 4 or a good 6 or a good Details. You're not going to see a good 4 Details or a good 6 Details in PCGS. NICST does grade sharpness precisely and then describes the details. Which is the only company I'm aware of that does that, which is much closer to how EAC does their grading. A precise sharpness grade, description of its issues, and then a net grade. None of the third-party graders are giving you that net grade. But again, the lowest block of problem Details coins is Poor Fair, then AG, then good. So again, your Poor Fair Details coin, which this 1793 cap most certainly is, falls below a straight grade 1 or 2. It is not in between them. Something to keep in mind. So if you're thinking to yourself, well, Poor-1's the lowest grade. It's not. Poor Fair Details is the lowest grade. What really happened there, guys, I'm almost certain of it, is that when PCGS got this very interesting, very limited mintage, very hard to get your hands on, very valuable 1793 Liberty cap, they gave it a grading bump that it didn't deserve. And that's an integrity issue for them to discuss internally. I can't imagine that anybody from PCGS who is watching this video is going to be mad at me about anything other than bringing it to light, because it's improperly graded. There's no justification to support that. And if someone from PCGS wants to reach out to me and explain to me why it is that a straight grade Poor-1 was appropriate for that coin, I will absolutely publish that in a follow-up video for the channel. So certainly PCGS, I'm not here to rip you a new one. I just thought this was an interesting little fumble that you had on social media yesterday, which was rolled out in front of a bunch of people, and the comment section was getting wild. So I understand editing and pulling down the post, but it's because you really missed on this one. But if I'm unjustly harsh here and you have a response that you would like me to share with our viewership, certainly reach out to me. I'm not hard to find. That's what I got. I'm happy to discuss this one with everybody in the comments, and I will certainly catch you on the next one. Peace.